Nigerian school system.
Man.
If you're not first, your parents put pressure on you, people put pressure on you, so all of you are just
And then they're
competing.
making jest of you in school.
Me, my own is, if I pass, I pass. What up, people? It's your favorite podcast man, back again with another one. My name is Michael Shonariwo.
And I'm Muriwa Ogunkoya.
And you back on Menisms, ladies and gentlemen. What's happening? Hope you're good, hope you're blessed, hope you're welcome and ready for another episode with us. How you doing, G? How's your week been? How's everything going?
Well, surviving Nigeria is all I can really say. There's no better way to describe how the week is going. But yeah, we're pushing. All right.
All right, good. I hope you all are also surviving out here, because we know how hard the streets have been, how hard the country has been. And it's something we all know we can't keep going back and forth talking about because we're so used to it. The only thing we can pray for right now is change. And that's it. I've realized something also, that when it comes to changes we want, this is just random, that is no longer, for me, I just can't do the social media push anymore when it comes to really pushing government and all that. Now, don't get me wrong, I can speak about things always, but I've noticed if you want change, you got to be part of it, or really just be ready to work your butt off, that you have enough financial income that you yourself are comfortable or can position yourself to make those changes. Because yeah, man, we've been speaking online for a while, bro. You know, all these NSARs and stuff was 4 years ago.
Oh shit, we're in 24. Yeah. That puts us in perspective.
It is well, but again, we will get better. That's the thing. Again, to you guys out there, you know, you say some of the things on the comments you feel like you want to see change, and then you ask yourself also, how can you make the changes? But we are going to go on to a segment, but before we do, I feel like we actually need a drink, bro.
We do.
All right, man. Yo, we got a drink, so... You drinking?
Yeah.
Right, so okay. Egmo.
Just fucking.
Tap the bottle.
Thank you,
sir.
I'm younger than you are. I'm 26. But I'll
if that's what makes you sleep at night, then no problem. But shout out to the good people at Chivas. It's a nice drink here. But
So let's get on to the.
And the funny thing is, this guy off camera said, "Let me not embarrass myself when it comes to pouring drink. Oh, I beg it."
All right, let's go.
All right, so yeah, hold on. Are you mixing yours?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
As an OG,
big boy.
We're doing nice and smooth.
Let's see, I beg of me. I will humble myself. I beg. I'm a lightweight. So, oh yeah. There we go. Salute. You know, go cheers first. You know, go where you rush to. Where are you rushing to? This is why I say, men sometimes I don't understand them. If it's woman now, he will cheers to the woman. No.
A different motive, but we'll discuss that later. Anyways, yeah. So we have our questions for today. In this segment, we're going to be doing reading someone else's experience and doing our very best to answer that.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you all that are sending questions, sending scenarios to us. We appreciate you. This one is from Annie.
Yeah.
And it goes, "Hi, guys. I love your podcast. Been listening since day one. Big fan here. LOL. Thank you. Anyways, I have been dating this dude since I was 19 years old, back in college. Now I'm 27. We are good together and we understand each other, but he hasn't proposed to me. We spoke about marriage, but he keeps telling me to wait. He got a good job. He recently bought a house. I don't understand why he doesn't want to take the next step. I have a job and I am not doing bad myself. Last year, he said he will come see my family. He traveled back home and came back without seeing my family. And when I asked him why he didn't, he went to my family. Sorry, the person has typed it a bit funny, so when I asked him why he didn't see my family when he came, he said that he would do it next year. I love this guy and I've put so much into this relationship, and he's my first and hoping to be my husband. At this point, I don't know what to do. Should I move on or keep waiting for him? Is there an explanation for his actions? I am scared, but I think I am ready to listen to your perspective in this. Thank you. There are a lot of questions. First, like, how old is he? But then there's also a case of you can't force. Again, we spoke about this in our last episode, where we said women, you ladies cannot force a man to do something. If a man is going to do something, he will do it. If you try and force it, you're either going to delay it or push that guy away. So I would say, again, not saying he's not a great guy, he's a good guy, but if he's not ready, there's no you pushing it could work, but again, it doesn't guarantee that he's going to do it. And if things are going well now, maybe there are certain things he's seeing. What really changes if you're married? If everything is going well right now, like that's one question I ask some women sometimes. Like, if everything's going well so right now, what is changing about the marriage that's making it now negative? But I understand her perspective, whereas like you've been together since you are 19 and now you're 27. Almost 2 years now, you're about to reach a decade together. So I can understand it, but I would just say be patient. Maybe the time will come soon.
I mean, I agree to a certain extent. Sometimes I think we need to also give men some room for accountability. And I say this because, in a lot of cases, we don't try so well with our communication. And what I mean by that is he knows exactly why or what is making him stall, right? He knows deep in himself. He knows what it is. It could even be something other people see as trivial, but he knows what it is. It could be that he's just afraid of the concept of one person for the rest of his life. That could be anything, right? My problem with us as guys is that if she asks him, what's going on, let's talk, he's never going to put that on the table. He's never going to say, I mean, not that there are no cases where guys would open up, right? But more often than not, they wouldn't say anything. They'll just be like, I'm just not feeling it yet. Give me time, give me time. I want us to begin to hold ourselves accountable for things like that. We need to understand that at that stage in life, we're no more the only ones that are connected to our decisions, right? And so somebody else is having to reap the effects of whatever decisions we're making. And, it sounds to me like even the typical reason of I'm trying to put myself together, I'm trying to get there financially, he's reached that point now, right? According to what she said. And regarding the question of age, I want to imagine that he's not younger than her because she said they've been dating.
We never know.
They've been dating since 19. Even if he's younger, I don't think he's going to be 2-3 years younger, right? Which means that he's around 27. Now, again, for a guy, the age is never really a problem. It's more about financial stability. If we reach financial stability at 26 and we've experienced what we want to experience, I'm sorry, but marriage is usually the next because you can envision yourself taking care of a family because you have the financial capability now. So here I am now. I'm trying to put myself in her shoes in this case now. And I'm trying to say that, you see, I can understand the frustration too. And as a guy, I know that we hardly communicate on that end. They would ask us, what's the real reason? What's the real reason? Even with our guys, you hardly would even open up. Only if the person is your guy. You guys have really been through entire life together. You're hardly going to be saying, man, I'm afraid of marriage. I won't even lie to you. And so sometimes you need to hold ourselves accountable. In her case, I'll say my advice is, again, she just has to be patient, right? There are no signs that he's being dodgy or trying to cut corners, whatever. It just sounds like I'm not ready yet situation, right? In which case, like you mentioned, you can't really force the guy. He has to feel that the time is right. But I also believe he has to give her good reasons for her to wait. Because another thing also is that she can't be waiting this long. She's been dating him for how long now? And then she's waiting a few more months, years, and then he still doesn't fulfill what she's waiting for. I can't imagine, the amount of betrayal she'll feel. So if you're going to keep her waiting, give her good reasons. Let her know that the intention to spend life with her is still there, but, you're a bit nervous about, or whatever your reason is to not make that next bold step. Give it to her in a way that she can understand. And in a way that you're either surely heading in a direction or you're not sure, you don't think. And if it's giving you, I'm not sure, personally, I would say walk away. If it's giving you, I'm not sure. If it's giving you, I'm sure, but let's not move too fast.
Yeah,
then be patient.
But if I'm not sure now, like, it doesn't mean it's on you. So are you going to now discredit everything that man has done now for all the years now because he's unsure?
No. So here's the danger of being unsure is that you're promising someone who is showing intention that they're sure. It's different if she too was not. They're still.
But then every woman is going to show they're sure from the get go.
Not every woman. No,
not every woman.
I'm not talking about like dating type of show now. They've talked about.
No, what I'm saying is like in terms of the trajectory they've gone in. She's locked in that I'm all in.
Yeah, so
going to marriage.
They're already talking about the stage of meet my parents. I imagine that he's not thinking then that I don't know where she's heading to. meet my parents is literally marriage journey, right? Now, if you feel that your reason for not wanting to meet her parents is that you're not sure if you can go through with it, I'm sorry, but that's you not being sure. Let her not be the one to choose if, okay, you're not being sure, should I walk away from this? Do I want to stay some more? But at least she knows that you're not sure. If it's that you're sure but not ready, then she has
But
more
then,
assurance to wait.
but then, because I'm trying to just play the devil's advocate here, because for me, meeting parents to me shouldn't be such of a big issue that everybody makes it to be. In terms of, I feel it brings a lot of stress. So, for example, now I'd rather meet your parents early from a friendship level, even in terms of if we're boyfriend and girlfriend, right? Even if you introduce your parents to me as your friend to start with, but I know I'm your man, or you even say this is the guy I'm seeing early, I would prefer that, and vice versa. I'd rather introduce my mom to the girl I'm talking to, sorry, not talking to, dating early, because there's at least a lot of awkwardness that can get drawn out. There's a lot of relationship that can be built and grown into until it's time for the wedding. Now, with situations sometimes like this one now, when you wait for so long, there is a pressure that comes with it because you've built a life with somebody outside of their family. Their family doesn't know you, but you are connected to this, your partner. All of a sudden, now you have to meet the parent. And that meeting the parents at that stage now is we're getting married immediately or not.
Agreed.
So there is a pressure now that's
Well,
probably
maybe not
on.
getting married, but I get
Not
what you
get, but
I
you.
get it.
So it's like there is a pressure now that from the male perspective that he's seeing like, okay, not to say it's not the babe I want to wife,
But this is a lot of
but
pressure.
this really in meeting us today and there is like, this is happening.
And I agree
right
with you.
now, I
agree
may
with you.
not be ready for it to happen right now.
Mhm.
But again, with the way the situation is now going to look like you're not ready when it's like, it's pressure compared to, that's why I said the advice I would give is to a lot of people, meet your parents early. Even if a case, let's say you guys introduce early and a year later it doesn't work out. It's fine. Maybe your parents are even happy itself. Let them see who you're dealing with early so they know what they have to deal with sometimes. Like, I'd rather my mom,
Agreed.
like if I'm dating somebody from early, I want my mom to see who the person is. I want them to have interactions early so I can see how the relationship is being built or formed. Not that surprises come when it's time to marry. All of a sudden they hate each other.
Yeah. So the thing is, I feel like we're saying the same thing.
No,
right?
we're saying the same.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
that it's a debate.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
saying the same thing.
So yeah, and it's just that. So like you mentioned, if that's what's wrong with him, in that the pressure just feels like it's coming all at once. It's all seeming too much of a reality by the time he meets her parents. Again, communication kind of curbs that problem, right? Because at that moment she knows that's what it is. Now, only somebody who has problems, right? I'm sorry to say it like that, but only someone who has problems would not understand that it's a very high obstacle to cross.
That what?
That you have to meet the parents, and knowing that meeting the parents means that everything from that point is now, wow, we're really getting married. You know, I'm sorry, but anybody that doesn't understand that that's a lot of pressure is not exactly a
So wait,
realistic person.
when you say let's say I say it's not a lot of pressure.
No. I mean in the context of the boyfriend, telling you that meeting your parents at this stage is a lot of pressure for me at the moment. I want to be with you first of all, right? I just feel like it's too soon or it's just moving too fast. If you feel like that's an excuse, and I'm sorry that I'm literally telling you I want to be with you, just that this, especially because of the significance of what meeting your parents means. Because what then happens is that you meet the parents, they will now start having their own countdown. Countdown you do not send them to do. They will say, he came since then. It's been 6 months now. He has not proposed to you.
This is why we need to control. I think us, especially as young adults, we need to start controlling that narrative. You're right. Like, again, I'm not disputing anything. I'm just like adding on to advice saying like, one thing I do in my relationship is I control the narrative whereby if I want to meet your parents early, I'm going to do that so there's no awkwardness. If I want to have conversations with them early, what is your timeline of marriage? Mom, I'm not ready, but I love your daughter. Stuff like that, like, because I feel like a lot of times in Nigerian households now, and maybe because they think like
I was about to say that.
No, I understand. I'm not ignorant to it, by the way,
Yeah.
but let's also be real that us millennials and Gen Z.
First of all, I don't know why you're not pointing at me when you say
Us
Gen Z,
millennial
but okay.
guy, you look older than me. Stop it. See your bed peak. Some men are praying
Guys,
for your
this is
bed.
the disrespect I go through all the time, especially off camera.
Some men.
I'm glad he's showing his real face now. Go on, I'm listening to you.
This guy's a goat. But some of us now, the millennials and Gen Z, let's be real. Our parents are not as hard and strict as our grandparents in terms of when our parents were in their, like, hear me out what I mean. I'm not saying they aren't.
No, I was just processing what you're
So what I
saying.
mean is when our parents were in their 20s, right? Even the generation of times then, whatever your parents said went. Look at the the little thing in our generation. We can even have conversations with our parents. A lot of
In
our
some
parents,
cases, yes.
in some cases, it's not everybody, obviously, but there's more of a communication
Bridge the gap
relationship now
that
that Nigerian parents have with their kids compared to back in the day. Our parents were not having certain talks with their parents. Some did, but it wasn't as common now that now we can sit down with our parents and have talks. So that's what I mean by controlling the narrative in terms of going to build a relationship with her. If you know this is your girl, this is your person, you go build an organic relationship with your parent that it's not just marriage. Let me just get to know who you are and you get to know me. That way there's less pressure. Because you're putting pressure on yourself waiting to the day you get married. Now you're trying to get to know somebody. Me too as a father. If I'm just meeting if I have a daughter now and she now brings her boyfriend when he wants to marry, I'm already pissed off.
because that's even pressure on you.
Forget pressure on me, K. God
No.
forbid.
When I
You
say
don't go
pressure,
me.
I don't mean that you will feel pressure. I'm saying that's what the situation is going to be bringing. The situation is going to be bringing you pressure, particularly because she's now bringing him as a husband. Which means that if you say no to him, you also don't have the right to say go and look for husband. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, she's brought somebody for you. You said no. Now you're asking now where's your husband? You gotta so
I ain't got not even that. Just you need to chill. No,
I'm letting you know
you need
that
to chill.
the basic typical
Doing my own daughter, Sha. No, because why wait? In fact, I would want my daughter, whoever you're dating, and this one thing I'm going to tell my daughters if I have, because I know my trifecta: 2 boys, 1 girl.
Okay.
Two
Fair
boys,
enough. I mean,
1
we'll
girl.
get to why
We'll
you
get
want
to
2
that.
boys, 1 girl, yeah?
No, it doesn't matter. Healthy
Yeah.
children at the end of the day, but
Right, yeah.
me, I don't mind. I know I want a daughter. I'm not one of those men that say I don't, because
Okay.
and my daughter is going to sell the fuck out of me. So
Fair
I need
enough.
those boys to back me up some days. Hey, dad, hey, you understand? But what I'm saying is, from the start, whoever you're dating, especially if you know it's somebody you really like or serious, let me meet them early, because the parents, sometimes you can gauge the person, and so you don't go and prolong this thing that you're with this nigga for 4 years and 4 years gets wasted. Because imagine now, some people don't show themselves throughout the relationship. Now sometimes you can gauge some shit early, so it's not that I'm looking to look for the bad character, but from early, let's know his character and know who he is. Not 4 years down the line, we've been dating for 4 years, we want to marry. It's now when he says I'm engaged to you, you see this nigga's true color, it's too late.
So I have a question, right? What happens in the events where your daughter is 19, right?
Oh God.
Since you're playing the role of the father, we'll give you that.
Okay.
Your daughter is 19.
Let me have a drink.
She's dating this young man. Now, you don't know who he is. Of course, you don't even want to hear that you sent her to school, she's having a boyfriend, right? But at the same time, maybe you're going to be that as realistic, like, I mean, she's in uni, of course, you're a boyfriend, but regardless.
Nah, so I'm not going to promote it.
Okay. So she's 19, she has this guy she's seeing.
Boyfriend,
right?
okay.
Now, she already knows you're not about that shit, so she's not going to tell you. Now, she's not going to tell you, 1, because you're not about it. 2, because she also isn't sure what direction he's going in.
Sorry, let's rephrase that. She'll tell me still, even if I'm not about it. I'm going to build that.
Daddy.
I'm building a relationship that I'm treating my daughter like my son.
Okay.
Tell me everything.
Okay, good. So, but she's not telling you now because she's also not sure what direction he's going in. And she doesn't want to be this person that will just keep bringing temporary guys, right? And so she doesn't want to say, oh, that be my boyfriend. Then 2 months later, oh, actually, that one is no more than be my boyfriend. So she's not really telling you, not because she's hiding it, but because she's also not sure what direction he's going in. And then, they start to date, but then along the way, they're on and off. So this couple of months, they're together. The next couple of months, they've broken up. And the more reason she's not bringing it to you, right? Okay. Fast forward to when they're trying to sort things out. They're now a lot older. She's still maybe she's been seeing other guys in between. I don't know. But this guy's still in the picture. And then, now she's seen that they're trying to build things again. At the age of 27, maybe or 26, they start seeing each other more actively, right? More actively. Now, she hasn't told you quite yet. Again, because she needs to be sure a guy shows full commitment.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in this year 26 into 27, he's now showing more seriousness. He's now really talking about wanting to be with her, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, okay, cool. But you've never met my parents. My parents are kind of strict. You have to meet them, kind of strict. Not that you're going to... My parents are kind of strict. You have to meet them. You have to meet my dad. You have to meet my this. And she's let you know that this is why she couldn't bring him. She wasn't sure he was serious, and she didn't just want to bring anybody temporary. How do you then take that
Well,
situation?
first off, that situation is not going to happen. Like, because I was like, it's not my own daughter that you go say it just be hey up and down 90.
Hey!
No.
Do you know? Are you see what men are doing these days?
No, and that's fine. And I'm not
Fair.
saying, and I'm not saying, oh, my own daughter can't be a victim. Anybody can
Yeah.
get it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I mean by I'm gonna be by God's grace very real with my daughters in terms of letting you know the game. And also one thing I'm gonna really preach in my daughter's head is knowing your value, knowing your worth. Like if a nigga is like this with you, if he ain't serious, like I'm a case study. I will tell them about I know no be us the events for Menisms. Go and watch. Baby girl, come and sit down. Come and watch. Like, I'm going to be so real with her that, again, it doesn't mean anything. Because there are a lot of girls that have dads that have given them the game. Men are
Of course,
men.
yes.
You understand? But even in that kind of situation now, again, I'm going to empower my daughter, give the game that she tries not to be involved in that situation, and she knows her worth that's more than just this on and off. The whole world is out there. Like, for me, a lot of people didn't tell me shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, we didn't grow up...
Yeah,
look at the generation. We didn't grow up with podcasts like this or the internet
or platforms to really like pick a lot of stuff from. Yeah.
Like this younger generation, that's why they joke with Gen Z a lot because there's free game. But for us, we've had to actually go through the experiences to understand. And as I said, for my daughter or my children, they're going to have the internet, which can be good and bad. But then again, you have to also be with the times where if I know the internet is also going to be training my children, then let me just be on top of it too, that they have that discernment to at least take the info but put the right thing for their life, if that makes sense. Because like I said, even having a daughter is not easy. Like, it's very easy to say, I am going to do this. Don't worry. Let God give you an example of yourself. And so, when the parents will just say, like, God will give you what you can handle. They'll now go and give you yourself as your child. Now, imagine me as a female version. My God.
And then you as your mom.
I'm already me as my mom.
That's there you go.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm literally me as my mom. So It's just like, bruh. My own child, I'll just say, be like your mother, if anything. Just have some of my shit. You get what? But just be your mother. In fact, I can't even say that.
Don't kill me, please.
The mother too.
Lol. Don't actually kill me. I'm screaming.
Anyways.
Okay. So I think the summary of this is, in my own advice, I would say, so we don't know the details of, again, why he hasn't met your parents up until now. But I guess we'll just scratch that. Don't pressure him into meeting your parents, but have him explain why he's not ready. And if the reason sits well with you, allow yourself, give him time. Let him be as comfortable and as confident. Because the truth is, if you push him to meet your parents too early, he feels like he's going to fumble.
Men have that ego and pride too. That is like, we want to be the best of the best.
Exactly. So your dad is going to want to I don't want to say corner him, but put him under this hot seat. And so he wants to be prepared, right? He wants to be able to, he wants to present himself as capable of taking care of you. So don't pressure him. Give him time. If he gives you a good reason why he isn't ready yet, give him time, and hopefully things work out.
Long ass time though.
It is.
But thank you, Andy. We appreciate you, and hopefully things work out for you.
So there was one thing that came to my mind just as we were talking, and I mean, it's something I've also thought about. I mean, this is outside of, the question we just read, but have you ever had those times when, maybe not you directly, but somebody else experiencing it? Maybe I'm trying to phrase this right. Okay, so basically, have you ever had experiences where somebody else was jealous or feeling competitive because of the success that you were having? So have you ever felt like you were in competition with someone because you could see that it could even be someone in your same field? Right?
Normal.
So how are you able to handle that?
Normal, man.
Because I've been there.
Normal.
And don't you feel sometimes that you're even betraying the person by feeling jealous?
No, not anymore. You see, I struggled with this for a long time, man, because I was very oblivious to it. Okay. Because for me, Maiwa, I can't be jealous of another man. Let me rephrase that. Let me not say I can't be, because we're all human beings. But I know myself. Have I been envious of something? Yes. But the way my mind works is like an athlete. If I see something that somebody has and I want it, I'm like an athlete where it's just like, all right, I'm going to work, I'm going to meet you there. I'm gonna work, then I'm gonna get my own. That we go see each other. You understand? I have my shit, you have your shit, but there's a respect we're gonna have. But there's not gonna be jealousy or envy that is like, I want to take what you have, because that's not me. That's not my life. I want to make it like me. You get what I'm saying? And even for me, I know there are a lot of things I do that are unique from everybody, that's different. Everybody's unique and different their own way. But obviously, mine sometimes is a bit louder because of social media, because of the industry I'm in. So you're around more people. And when I say I was oblivious to it, is that I was just living my best life a lot of times. Like, I'm just being me. And you think everybody's cool with you in that, because everybody loves the good energy. Everybody loves the guy that's partying, the guy that girls are with and all that. But you don't realize a lot of niggas hate you for that thing. A lot of niggas hate when you're the one that girls are always talking to. A lot of niggas hate when everybody's the one always praising your name. Or you're the one that's you're the most you're the one that's doing all the oh, you got the most clout. Oh shit. And it's human nature. You get what I'm saying? Because again, women have their own side when it comes to being jealous of things, but it will shock you. A lot of people don't realize a lot of men get jealous just as much as women too. It's just that we're not as loud. They're not as loud. It's very sly. It's like very quiet and sly. Like, it takes a lot as a man for you to notice it. Because again, as a man, you're really focused on your own journey. And sometimes the jealousy comes within, in terms of, like you said, people close to you that you don't notice it. And for me, a lot of times in my past, I noticed it late. Because again, during the moment, I don't care. I might have seen signs, but I ignore it because, again, I'm focused on if you like like my mentality is, if you like be jealous, I still go do my own thing. I can't stop because of you. But then when it gets to a point that it starts to affect you and it starts to get too personal, that's when you have to like take notice that you're like, and for me, it really it's made me guarded in a way whereby I'm still very cautious of people. But at the same time, I'm not going to stop what I'm doing because of you. If anything, if you're jealous, that's more of your own insecurity that you need to go deal with. I can't help that I'm great at what I'm doing. And if I see greatness, I want to emulate it. I want to go get it. So maybe you need to work on yourself to go do that. But it's normal. It's normal, especially in my field of work, in the entertainment field. It's not just like what I do. Like artists, everybody, like it happens, man. You just have to be long story short, you have to just be a very strong man or a very strong person to not let the outside affect you and worry about what you have.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the times I felt jealousy, because I have felt jealousy, is more about stage in life. And what I mean by that is every single talent, skill, business, endeavor, just anything you're getting into has its stages. You obviously have the beginning stages. You can tell when someone is just starting something. You can tell when someone is, right in the middle of it. You can tell when someone has established themselves. So I was always jealous of seeing people who were established. Right? Because especially in the social media era, because it started making me feel like I was doing things the wrong way. And then other people were getting established way before me. And sometimes you see someone who started something earlier than you did, but they're established way quicker than you are. And so now you're like, I swear this guy just started yesterday. Like, how is he already? I had to call myself back and be like, and this is one thing that I always walk with. Everybody has their time. Like, in fact, the minute I tell myself that, I'm back in my reality check. Because the truth is, I always have to look back on when our parents got success. And how many of them would you really say were balling in their 30s? How many of them would you really say were multi-million billionaires in their 30s, right? So it's just that now wealth and fame and success is now right in your face. And so it seems a lot more achievable than it actually is, because you don't even know the reality of what these people are doing. And you see, we're now in an era of marketing. And so everything is marketing, down to luxury life, down to lifestyle. Everything is marketing. And so as a consumer, you can hardly tell the difference between someone who's marketing and someone who is showing their reality.
And I think a problem is everybody, like you said, because this social media journey, we don't see the journey or the work that it takes to get. You see the highlights. You get what I'm saying? Like, somebody that you think just blew overnight has been grinding for years and years.
Agreed.
It's like, look at somebody like Ashake now. Ashake came on the scene. Is it a year or two? It'll be 2 years now. It'll be 2 years that Ashake came on the scene. That nigga's been grinding since before uni.
Oh yeah.
If you see the videos, if you see the content, that boy has been put
I mean,
together.
he even had a viral song that went viral. Then he died out.
Died
again
out.
before-
Like, it's a journey for everybody. It's like, even I look at myself, like Sunday until I shared that people were saying from nowhere, bam, bro, I've been throwing beach parties since I was 20. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the biggest back then to me that we all go crazy for, when we had 50 people, hey! You will see us shake, bro. Yeah, like I remember me and my guy Tade, like there's one beach party we did one December. We had about like 50 people or so, but they were mainly girls. Bro, you should have seen how we were going. We're like, yo, we've done it. We're taking over the city and shit. Like, yo, look at us. Yo, this is it. Ha da da. But you won't see, again, you don't see stories like that somebody will see your journey, and you vice versa too. I'm sure for you now, like in your architecture journey now, I don't know how long you've been doing it for, but you've been
over
doing
a decade actually. Yeah.
There we go. But it's like, even when you tell me about your successes now, that even you're doing high fitness again, I'm like, this thing is doing high fitness, but you won't know there's a journey.
Yeah, see, when I tell people that I've been doing this for a very long time, then I give them the portfolio of projects I've done even long before the newer ones. They're like, you've been in this game. I'm like, just because I don't talk about it.
Because nobody talks about.
And I think that's also what helped me put everything in perspective. And so how I was able to manage, because even daily it's still a struggle sometimes to not feel that emotion of jealousy erupt, And so what I do to keep myself in check a lot is that I just, especially if it's someone that's my friend, I'm usually happier than I am. I mean, I look at them like, why would I be jealous? I'm happy that this person is succeeding. So I've tried to, flip that emotion from feeling any kind of resentment to just feeling joy.
I won't lie to you. I have, like, when you are in your down days, like this year.
Oh yeah,
like this year especially. I won't lie to you. This year has been like my hardest year. Like business-wise, financially, just because like I had to take a break from a lot of things and reevaluate and just start new things. And it's crazy because I've been seeing a lot of people in my industry and feels like it seems like they're making moves, they're doing all this shit, and then it's like I'm making my moves, but I don't feel like it. You get, because I haven't really felt like myself in so long. And I'll be sitting down again with social media as a bastard. I had to I've been trying to just take time off social media. That you see like this person, they make this move. Fuck this person, like what the fuck. And then it's like, what the, like, bro.
That's exactly it.
But, and then, do you know what's so fucked up? That's why I said the mind is such a powerful thing, and it's something you have to learn to control, is that you forget what you've done in your time frame. Like, bro, I saw, like, look at this year now, for example. Now, it was one day I felt it, and then for like 5 seconds I saw it, and then I was like, nigga, what? Better be happy. Like, I was happy for them, obviously. Like, I saw some friends of mine that were like touring, right? They're touring this year, they're doing well, and I'm happy for them and shit. Then there was like some days I was just sitting in my house. NEPA has taken light. Like, look at it, NEPA has taken light. There's no diesel because there was fuel scarcity, so they're waiting. I was just sitting in my house in NEPA, like, like, why the fuck am I here, man? Niggas are touring. And then I'm like, wait, no be you go tour last year. Do you know how many people watched your stuff and probably were inspired or even wish they could go on tour casually? You just went bang, bang, bang. My friend, we don't fix up and all that. Everybody's time is different. Your own time is this is just a phase. So it's a very powerful thing to be. It's a very powerful skill to be able to control your mind.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's very.
Agree. And I mean, well, it all still boils down because the slogan for these guys is "I rise, we rise," and so it really struck me, and I'm like, wait, there's so many things I've thought about it along that context, and this is one of the questions, because a lot of guys don't actually sit down to talk within themselves that, the whole emotion of jealousy towards someone who's supposed to be your friend, that you actually have been praying for success for, and then now success has arrived on their doorstep and you're feeling a certain way.
No, I can never.
them.
And the thing is, I always again, I believe in that slogan, I rise, we rise, like, because again, I want my friends to be successful if I'm successful, so we can all enjoy it together.
And even
you understand now,
conversations, just so everything.
The only time it can be a problem that I can understand for some people is if somebody rubs it in your face. That's different. Nobody should tolerate that.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, that's even a questionable friendship, because
exactly, that's not even a friend. If you're able to rub it in my face, but then if my friend's successful, even if it's before me or not, but I'm on the right track and trajectory focused on my goal, I'll meet you there.
Agreed. To be honest, we've already even almost talked about the topic, but we'll just touch on a few minutes of just this conversation and just wrap it up and then call it a day. Yeah, so still on that topic, because there's so many questions I have around it. Okay, so in my own personal experiences, I've had cases where, let's say, in fact, I feel like the jealousy even starts to creep in from, you see that stage when you guys are moving from high school to uni, and then you're talking uni options, you're talking, everybody's having what I say, high standard goals. People are talking Ivy League schools, and then you're writing the exams to get you into schools. Maybe you're writing SATs, and then as you start seeing, yeah, this your guy, you've both been doing well academically, but then he gets this admission while you don't. That's where it usually starts from, right? That's when that's emotion of.
Sorry, I can't
fuck.
relate because I didn't even know if I'll make it to uni. So
Oh, fair enough.
all the guys I used to get, they got first, they got A. Hey, good luck. We already know you. Me, my own was just, did we get C?
Nah.
Did we make
See,
it?
funny enough, that one was even good. Like, even if you were in the A's together, right? Let's say me and my guys are getting the A's together. And I'm like, okay, we're good. Let's apply for schools together. And then I apply, he gets the better school and I don't.
But you know what I realized? You see, life humbles you. Because let me bust your head. You see, in secondary school and all that, I was serious, but I wasn't that serious. Just because, especially in Nigeria, it was way harder. But all that shit, I think just for me, experiences early changed everything. In Nigeria, all of you, they fight for first position. Jesus Christ. Like,
That's
the
where
Nigerian...
the jealousy
I
comes
get,
from.
and that's why I said I understand it, because the Nigerian school system,
man.
if you're not first, your parents put pressure on you, people put pressure on you, so all of you are just
And then they're making jest of you in school.
Me, my own is, if I pass, I pass. Fuck everybody. So, the reality that was so funny, and this sounds so bad to say, but I don't care. When I got to university, I went to the University of Hull. Shout out to Hull gang, represent. Where you saw the people that were getting A in your school with you? You are here?
Oh my God.
And it's not to say my uni is a shit uni. My uni is not a shit
That's
uni.
the most Nigerian thing I've ever
No,
heard
but
you say.
I'm just saying, my uni, Hull was one of the best business schools. However,
No, just the
it wasn't the first choice for a lot of you. It was too clearing. All of us, they go there, international
damn.
students. So when you now see some people say, you are here? We're in the same UD. Oh, fuck that. I have nothing to prove anymore. I have nothing. All those
enough,
people
I see
that
what
wanted
you
to go
mean.
UCL, all them King's College, and hey, now you they fight with yourselves. See, in the end of the day, we all did UCAS. All of us go to graduate. Where'd you go? UK.
You know when the reality check used to come from me. It wasn't even at that stage. It was even after the uni time. When everybody's being segregated. Oh, you finished the first class. You finished the two. Okay. The same guy with first class. We're bagging the same kind of contracts. I said, oh, that's when my own. You are here. Came in. Because I'm like, oh, okay. So you did the first class. I don't. But we're right here trying to make the same money.
And I realized school didn't mean anything. Like, I think from uni times, not that it doesn't mean anything. Like, I'm grateful I went to university. I'm grateful my mom sacrificed what she did.
Sorry. Disclaimer again, please. Make your first classes. Make your two.
Of course, nobody's saying don't go and pass.
Don't study hard in school.
We're going to say
right,
pass.
but don't let the emotion of jealousy breed in and take over your mind.
Like my mom used to, like, I'm grateful for what she did, but I remember, like, before uni, she always used, like, high school, and she used to compare. See that your friend that's doing this. See that your friend is doing this.
Every Nigerian.
It's so funny how, like, it's like, it's sort of like, it was a blessing also. Like, once we graduated uni, that's when you see the real reality of life, because it's not by who got first class. It's not by who got this.
It's not at all.
It's
at all. I mean, does it put you in certain positions early?
Yes,
sure.
you're able to get. But see, this life is all about who you know and how you're able to maneuver certain positions. It's
and
not
also
by
how skilled you are at your craft and able to execute.
Because look at now, I can't remember the last time I told somebody this is my degree, unless it's like a talk I'm having or something.
And
but
just sharing
in
your
terms of
knowledge.
work, they're asking, can we see your uni degree? I ain't brought that shit out. That thing is just sitting in my living room. Master, okay, cool.
Exactly. Because nobody really cares. They care more about what you can do. And the truth is, I also think, you think that when you've gotten to that stage, it's the jealousy will be reduced. Then you now meet somebody who, this craft that you thought you could do, then you see who get that. Even you genuinely know, this guy is good. See, the jealousy on that one is different.
So for me, I see,
because I've seen some guys,
I won't lie, I've been
guy's good.
envious of a lot of niggas, but they're all my guys. And when I say envious,
It's just in
there
the
were stages that
yeah.
I was watching them niggas like, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Like, I can even say that, like, for example, TZ that we had, TZ, shout out to my nigga TZ. When TZ like first started and all them boys were like moving, I used to just watch them niggas like, fuck, I love this shit. But I used to be envious like, don't worry, I'm coming for you niggas. Then we got to a point that there's mutual respect now. people like I said it before, Copacabana. Do you remember
Yeah.
Copacabana? I used to be envy. Oh, every December you come, you see every fucking fine babe from the UK, everything there, and I'm just like, how the fuck these niggas get? Don't worry, I got you niggas next. Then even those people that did like parties in Lagos, basically like the big ones that I'm just like, I can't wait till I'm able to say, don't worry, I get my own shit.
Yeah,
And you know what's so fucked up? It's like when you reach that point now, I don't know about you, but like sometimes you reach that point, it's just like, is this it?
What do you mean you don't know about me? In fact, I feel like that's the highest reality check you get because
So what was I really fucking about? It's just
because you get there and even sometimes it even becomes a lot more distasteful because you're like, I kind of don't even like it here. Like it's not even.
you know when
not so
Ashake said it's lonely at the top, because when you're at the top, yeah, there's only a few people that make the top, so that's why it's lonely, because only a few of you. But everybody, you forget that sometimes going to the top, you guys leave some people.
Yep.
People, and that's where that chance envy even starts. Because some people say, deal with me again.
Yeah, and the truth is, it's such a difficult thing to really navigate because at every stage you have to battle that because you have to. One, the jealousy can be healthy because it can be a motivation. It can help you drive. Like you literally, like you just said, you be like, you see that goal, you be like, I'm coming for that. You see, so I won't. It's jealousy in the umbrella statement, but it's not really. You're not jealous of the person. You're jealous of the stage they're in,
the stage of the
and,
success they're having.
You aspire based on that. But there have been cases where I got jealous to the point that I look at my craft. I'm like, what nonsense do you think you're doing? Can't you see?
I'm not doing
Can't you
enough.
see what this? Like you keep carrying your shoulder, saying you're do good. So I had to step back and be like, wait, fine, yeah, people are ahead of me a little bit, but I have to cut myself some slack, and also think back on the things I have achieved and pick a skill. Because one thing about looking for people that have achieved stuff is that sometimes their skill set is maybe not even as broad as yours. It might even just be more focused on something. Meanwhile, you are trying to do too many things and not actually picking that same one thing you're really good at and just streamlining that. So sometimes I sit back, I'm like, wait, why am I beating myself up about this? Like, this person has chosen that and they're good at that. You can do that too, but just a little bit of it, not as good as they can, because you are focusing on other things as well. And so I'm like, yeah, okay, you know what? Stop. Which of all these things, which one would you say you're actually good at? Hone that, build it, and I'll be honest. That thought process came from me being jealous of somebody else's craft and being able to. In fact, it even comes from being jealous that they can focus on something. Because I'm like, where do you get off knowing exactly what to do in life?
I used to be jealous of niggas that used to be able to party like fuck and still get first class or still be doing business. Like the niggas in Lagos. I'll tell you some niggas I'm
Because you're like,
jealous.
what do you
Let
mean
me
you're
be
not
real.
giving
I'm
something up?
jealous of you niggas in Lagos. You can go out every day. Somehow you still they make this bar every day. Legally, by the way,
Yeah.
let's be distinct on that, by the way. Legally. I don't know what time, I don't know what structure you have in your life, but god damn.
But they do it. No, I agree
How
with
you
I
do
agree
it,
with you on
god
that.
damn.
I agree with you on that. It's crazy. And when you watch it, you want to hate that they you want to hate that they can party and still be hardworking and still
Bro.
but you have to actually acknowledge the beauty in the crowd. Like you have to acknowledge the fact that they're
Like,
able to
you know
balance
what,
it.
like-
Yeah, exactly.
Like even
You'll be
me,
like,
I
okay.
get jealous. I will say this: I get jealous of women a lot of times because there's sometimes I just wish I was in that. Like you know how you are still looking at it as a guy. Like if I was in this situation, oh soft there.
Don't kill me,
Like
please.
I'll be like I always say this joke to women, saying, "See, some of you girls, if I was a girl, lie. I know you say it's not easy. Every girl's gonna attack me now. If I was a woman, by now 2 houses in banana. I don't care what you
Yeah,
see.
I
Rolls Royce. See. I know some women right now are going to tell me, say, you think it's easy? No. See, I know what I'll be able to do as a man. Hustling, my mindset. If I was a fine girl, let me just be a fine girl by mistake. Don't worry. See, some of you girls are not playing this game right. By the time I make I'm making nigga sign contracts. You will sign. Oh, you want to be dating me? You want to move? See, sign this contract. You're going to give me 10 million. 5 million is going to be
So
upfront.
you see that you're the women we are complaining about.
I'll go. You want to keep chasing me? You want to say no way? You are going to sign this contract. You're going to give me a contract for this and plus 5 million up top. You see, I sound like those girls on there. Really? No, but you see the difference. No, I'm not like them. Then they're saying,
See, you're not
once
like
a
them.
man talks to me, 5 million. No, that's stupid. Me, I'm saying
If you want
if I know you're a man that we're not not in the same league, but you're cheating. I'll still be respectful and kind. No, but I know you won't stop. Fine.
Right. So
Let me at least make my money from this shit.
So you're talking about men who want to use. They want to show you that money is there to. Impress.
You want to show Abi Shebi now you want spray money and be forcing it down my throat. No problem. You will show your hands today. We are going to know if you are really a man about your word today. And if you don't, I'll move on.
Don't kill me, please.
I'll move on. That's why I said, see, 2 houses in Banana. One is renting, one is where I'm staying.
Okay, guys. So we've gone to the dark section of this episode. I'm not sure where we are right now.
I know some girls are probably gonna shake their head.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how we got here, but we're gonna make it back to the more sane climbs in this episode. Anyways, I mean, but to really just put a cap on all of this. It's healthy. There's the healthy kind of jealousy you can have for your friends and their success, but it's really, really not the way to go.
Yeah.
If you're seeing your friends do great things or be successful, and you have a lot of resentment growing in you, and honestly, if you begin, actually, it's normal. It's normal to feel that way, right? It's a human emotion. You just have to know how to call it in check. Pull yourself back. Think about why you're feeling this way towards the person. And if you really call that person a friend, what you should be feeling more is joy that they've gotten to that stage. Because ideally, they've been praying for that.
I'll even say talk to them. Just ask them, yo, how are you doing this shit?
Yeah, because sometimes when you look from outside, you think sometimes the jealousy comes from the fact that you thought it was too easy for them. And so if you have that conversation, then you really hear how they struggle.
Because I've had some friends that, and that's one thing I do. I talk to people like, even my friends that are successful in Lagos now, we all talk. I know what a lot of them have been through. I have been there when they've gone through it and when they vented to me about it. So when I see their success now, it doesn't even surprise me anymore.
It feels well
like
deserved.
you get, because it's like I know what this person has been. The outside world may not see it now, but I've been either part of your story doing it, or you've told me your story that is like, okay, I understand it. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes talk to your friend, ask them, yo, what did you do that was different? How did you start talking to people? How did you approach business in this way? What opportunities did you see that you yourself now can take the advice or lessons they're giving you and apply it for your own self? Because sometimes we try and do things based off our own knowledge alone when it's not possible. You either need the wisdom from God or you just need the wisdom from your friends around you. So don't be ashamed to ask your successful friends questions, because you are just having your own ego and pride keep you down. You could easily progress by just having that one. It's like me now. If I had a problem now and I see you're doing well in something and I come and actually give me advice, is that not helping my life? But then if I keep looking at you saying I don't want to ask him, I'm going to be the one that stays in that same place.
Of course, yeah. And see, and that's what I meant when I said, you see, the resentment is a natural emotion to experience, but you have to know. One, in fact, from everything you said, flip it, make it your own advantage. Turn it into something that ends up being a go-getter for you. Like it ends up being a heavy drive factor for you. And so that's jealousy is why you're striving for more, why you're even pushing to want to ask the person about the details of how they got to where they are now and stuff like that. So yeah, in the end, just don't hold bitterness for people you call friends if they're being successful.
If you're my friend, I should always just be inspired by you or just motivated to do better.
Exactly.
Man. That's it.
Exactly.
But again, shout out to you guys that are listening to us, that always follow us, that are our fans. And when we say, because it's weird, I don't like calling people my fans.
Yeah,
it's
it makes
weird.
me feel like I'm here and they're
No,
here.
not even that
I feel
anymore.
that way
Not even
sometimes.
that anymore. It's just a case of like, you just fuck with my shit. Like, and the thing is, there's nothing wrong, because I always tell people I'm a fan. Like when I meet some people, like when I meet
I'm a fan of your work, I'm a fan of you.
Yeah, like when I meet celebrities now, like a number of them might know who I am, but even if they don't know, I'll just be like, yo, I'll fuck with your shit. Like, I'm a fan of your work. You get what I'm saying? Because I can't say you, I don't know you personally, but I'm a fan of your work. But for me, it's like, I can't say my fans.
Even people who are not celebrities, people who I've just seen and I just hold their work in reverence. Like, I just see that, even it could even be their person. It might not even be the work they've done.
Yeah.
It could just be how they are as
I
a
know
person.
they like your vibe, my guy. Like,
just like, I'm a huge fan of you, man. So yeah, actually, so when we say fans, we don't mean that in a way that we feel like celebrities. I still get used to it. It's weird for me when people still say, "Oh, I watch your podcast." Yeah, it gets weird, but I'm getting used to it. So, but yeah, thank you again, guys, for watching today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe. Menisms podcast on YouTube. Subscribe to all our audio platforms: Spotify, Apple. What else? I think that's pretty much it. Always remember to send us experiences as well.
Did you say YouTube?
I did say YouTube, yes. Menisms podcast on YouTube. Okay. Always remember to also send us your experiences. You see, we read them a lot, and so you guys definitely open up questions. We're always ready to answer. So,
until next time, guys, we'll be back again with another episode. I'm Michael Shonario,
and I'm Muro
and we will see you next time on Menisms.